Hello, welcome back to the stream. So today we're going to be basically working on the refactor that I've been working on for a while with respect to the Gunforged parts, and also, yeah, just getting a bunch of the UI back to feature parity with the way that the old system was. So basically, the changes that I'm making to weapon parts is that each gun part now is going to have one innate affix, and that innate affix can't be swapped in or out of the gun. And I needed to make a bunch of changes to the logical systems, the sort of back-end systems, if you will, to facilitate that. But it's feeling really good right now. So let me pull up the Gunforged UI. It's feeling really good. I just have a bunch of UI things to do still, from user experience stuff to just properly indicating whether runes are going to be sold, that kind of thing. So anyway, so here's the innate runes here on both of these guns. Again, those are runes that come with the gun parts. And then if I go ahead and add a part that adds rune slots too, I can then take those runes and drag and drop them over and call it good. So that's basically what I've got going on here. And yeah, so a couple of changes that I'm going to be focused on for this stream are going to be marking these runes as innate somehow and locked so that you can't actually do anything with them. And then also I need to have some kind of combined rune overview. So that way, if you have 2 poison, let's say, instead of having individual adds 1 poison stack to enemies, it's going to say adds 2 poison stacks to enemies. And I don't know exactly where I'm going to put that. Yeah, I have to think about that a little bit, but it's these kinds of things that I'm going to be working on today. But it's generally feeling very good, and yeah, so we'll get right into it. So before we do that, though, I want to remind everyone that if you'd like to support my work, all the ways in which you can do so are linked in the description below. So definitely check those out. My Udemy courses are the main financial way to support me. They teach you how to build a complete game in the Godot engine. It's also a great way of supporting me as I do my full-time indie dev journey. But you can also wishlist this game, Gunforged, on Steam and play the demo. Let me know what you think of it. And that's basically it. So without further ado, let's get right into this. So the first thing that I want to do, hello Mornay, welcome back, good to see you. So the first thing that I want to do is get these runes, these innate runes marked as innate. I think that's going to be the most important thing to get done first. So let's figure out how to do that. So we're looking at inventory slot here. We've got the warning text direct. So where am I even showing this warning anywhere? Maybe I'll do the warning first, actually. Warning text direct. Is this being shown anywhere? Update available affix warnings. Is this not being called anywhere? Okay, that's not being called anywhere. And I think that's probably okay because I could probably move this out into the source. What did I call it? Scrollable inventory grid. Yeah, so here, get the Rune Inventory Manager. Filled slot count. Yeah. So I actually don't need any of this. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do this then. Let's see, Rune Inventory Manager. Current affix count, affix inventory size. So I want to do... Let's see here. I guess I just need to iterate over the affix, right? So Rune Inventory Manager, get affix inventory. So let's do this. Var affix inventory is equal to Rune Inventory Manager, get affix inventory there. And then let's go ahead and do affix inventory.length. Button is equal to inventory grid dot get. Let's see. How do I actually get the button? I guess I can do this. Get child. Although I don't really want to do that. Is there a way that I can actually get the inventory slot here? No. Okay, so I guess I'll just have to do get child. Get child as inventory slot I. Button.hide warning. If button.gun part affix is not equal to null. I don't want to do that. I want to say if affix inventory I is not equal to null, filled slot count. So I do want to retain that. Rune Inventory Manager, get max size. Yes. So that's fine. And I think that'll be fine. So update available affix warnings. So when I call update inventory, I'm going to also call update available affix warnings. And I should probably, I could probably just do it here actually. Yeah, this looks very similar. So instead of doing 2 loops, I'll just go ahead and merge these things. So we'll get the child inventory slot hide warning. Yep. And then here, filled slot count plus plus. Okay, yeah, so I don't even need this anymore. So now anytime update inventory is called, it should automatically update those warnings. So let's go ahead and see if that works. So I should see little red exclamation marks now. Okay, and there we go. This rune will be sold when the next wave starts. So I could sell this, boom. Oh, that did not clear it. Okay. I think I have to address the selling. Oh yeah, selling is completely broken. Look at that. Oh wait, is it completely broken? Maybe I didn't address the selling yet. Let's see. Slot modified secondary pressed. I wonder where that selling is happening. Inventory grid. Or inventory slot. Action sell. Sell pressed. Right, in here it's a problem. Okay, so on inventory slot, cell pressed. I think what I need to do is I need to get a reference to that player rune inventory. Wherever that is, here. We're going to get rid of this stuff. We're not going to reference the inventory slot anymore, except to get the index. So we'll get the index there. If player rune inventory dot get affix do I not have a get affix at slot? I guess I don't. Lots of stuff missing here. Public void get affix at slot. Int slot index. I'm just going to copy and paste this warning stuff here. Return affix inventory slot index. Cool. All right, so player rune inventory get affix at slot. Slot index. Okay. If affix equals null, we'll just return player.goldmanager.add. Then in here, instead of doing this, we need to do player rune inventory dot remove affix at slot. And this is going to be our slot index. Okay, so with all that done, now the selling should work properly. So let's go ahead and try that out. Hello, D-Rose Game Dev. Welcome back. I'm doing well. How are you doing? Okay, sell that. Boom, 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 boom. Sell that. Sell that. Okay, and those warnings are going away because it's being set to null. Perfect. Okay. So basically the goal... Ooh, that's weird. Why did that happen? So basically the goal of all of this is to... Oh, I don't think I allow it to go lower than... Yeah, I don't allow it to go lower than what the player's current rune inventory is. So, yeah, so that's working. Basically the name of the game is just getting all of the logic to flow through these new... Either the player rune inventory manager or the gun inventory manager. So I think that works fine. And this is working much nicer as well. So that's good. Okay, now there's one thing that I want to try, which is that if I'm dragging and dropping... Oh, I guess I can't really do that. I can't really sell while I'm trying to drop. So that's fine, yeah. Okay, cool. Very nice. Drag that over there. Perfect. I guess I could support selling from here too, but that's all right. We're not going to worry about that just yet. Okay, I'm going to commit that, and then you're doing good. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. So now we can do what I wanted to do, which is to show a lock icon or something on the affixes that are innate. So let's go ahead and do this real quick. Fix rune selling. Okay, this code is ending up a lot simpler now, which is wonderful. So now let's figure out how to mark the runes as innate. So I already have in my inventory grid here There's is innate. Am I using this anywhere else? No, I'm not. I'm going to get rid of this. Bye. Okay, so there's is innate in set affix at slot here. And it's being marked as is innate in here in this inventory slot, which is like the rune slot. So I just need to show some kind of icon. So if I go to my inventory slot here, do I have a lock icon already? I don't. So I'm going to have probably some kind of similar icon to indicate that it's innate. Let me think. Where's this warning texture rect? Auto cell indicator. So assets UI auto cell indicator. So let's go ahead and bring that up. Open file. Let's see. Assets, let's see, UI, rune auto cell indicator. So how big is this? 10 by 10. All right, let's go ahead and create a new 10 by 10. I like that size, so I'm probably just going to try to draw a very basic lock icon here. Just super basic. We'll give it an outline as well. And it might add like a little keyhole for good measure. Although this is not, this is offset a little bit weirdly. So I wonder if I do this. No, that looks terrible. Okay. Well, I might just have to deal with something like that. I mean, it doesn't look... I wonder if I just made it more bulky. If that would help. I wonder if I did this instead. Shrink it down a little bit. Yeah, that probably looks better. Such a simple little icon. Okay, we'll just leave it like that, and I'll save this as runelockicon.png. Let's duplicate this warning texture rect, and we're gonna say lock texture rect rune lock icon. Bam. And then where do we want to put this? Where do we want to put this? Probably over. Let's see, transform. Where's my transform? There it is. Position. So let's take this position then. Just move it over. Something like that, or maybe it would look better down here. I mean, I could honestly just probably keep it up here because those warnings are not going to be shown at the same time as the, as the lock icon. So that probably looks better. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do node private texture rect lock texture rect, and then when I set this to innate is innate, update visibility, lock texture rect dot visible is equal to is innate. Okay, let's see how that looks. So I should have lock icons on the guns now. There we go. Yeah, nice little lock icons. Actually, I don't really like the color. So I'm just gonna apply just a little bit of color here. I don't like the plain white, it just doesn't look right. So just gonna add a teeny tiny bit of color. And we'll see what that looks like. That looks better. Maybe... yeah, I mean, it's fine. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's fine. And so I'll need to mark somehow that this is innate as well, and I need to remove those prompts to be able to drag and remove it. So there's still a lot of work to do here, but... so now the question is, well, maybe I should just start one thing at a time. I'll get rid of those drag and remove from the, wow, I guess my brain isn't working today. I cannot think of the words that I need to use. Get rid of those drag and drop prompts when hovering over an innate slot is what I meant to say. So inventory slot mouse entered on inventory slot mouse entered. Here's the inventory grid. Set description, show affix inventory prompts, show affix cell prompts, set description, show affix warning, show affix slotted prompts. Is that it? Else if not, inventory slot dot is innate. I think that might be it there. So if I go ahead and, whoops, run that, I think those prompts should go away. Oh, it still has the drag prompt. Show affix slotted prompts, info alternate equip container, visible. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at this. I might have to redo this tooltip again, honestly. Because here's the tooltip, and then I'm just trying to like use the same tooltip for everything, but drag, where's drag being set? Let's close this. Set is affix, set is gun part. This is so messy. Set is affix. Yeah, I might have to, I'm trying not to redo too much, but I don't want to refactor too much and just go on an endless refactoring spree. There has to be a little bit of discipline in terms of just only really refactoring what's necessary. Otherwise, I have to leave the mess as it is. Inventory slot dot is innate. Okay, I'm probably gonna have to redo the tooltip anyway because I got to figure out how to show the combined affix data so that you can actually read something in a nice list. But anyway, now I hover over these things. Oh, it's still showing the... it's still showing the left click. It's still showing this thing. What is that? Texture rect. Left click texture rect. Info preview container. Okay. So I'll just change this actually. Info preview container dot visible. Yeah. All right, let's give that a shot. Okay, so now we've got a very nice display. It shows that I can't do anything. And if I add another one and then I add this over here, I should have the prompts to drag and remove it. So that's good. Yeah, this tooltip, I think, oh man. This tooltip needs to be updated. But it's working properly for the innate affixes, which is the most important thing. So I think before I do any major changes to this tooltip, I think that I need to think a little bit about how to show the combined affix data. So again, what I want to do is like just have a nice like list of text that says, here's all the affixes that you have, and here's how they work together. So in the case of, you know, if you have 2 poisons again, I want some text to say adds 2 poison stacks just on a single line, instead of you having to go, okay, I've got a poison here, I've got a poison here. Does that add 2 poison stacks then, or is it just 1? You know, I want to like take the effect of all of your affixes together and show that as like one list where you can be confident that, okay, everything in the list is what's happening. Because I had that before, the previous runes section before had that. It was just a wall of text. This is much better, for sure, but I still think it would be useful to have that combined text. So that's something that I have to figure out, for sure. The question is where to put that. I mean, I could just make it so that anytime you hover over a rune in here, it shows you the full text that's happening, but I'm not sure if that's the best way to do it. Hello, Ahmed. Tried the demo, it was awesome with 0 bugs. Thank you, appreciate that. Glad you liked it, and thank you so much for playing it. Also, welcome to the stream. Great to have you. Anyway, if anyone watching has any ideas, where do you think I should put this combined affix information? I'm thinking it'll be a tooltip where you hover somewhere, but it needs to be obvious. And that's why I think having it sort of in the runes, just anytime you hover over a rune, it says, okay, this is what the rune does. And then the second block of text is like, here's all your effects. Or maybe I could have like a little hover thing here, or... yeah, I don't know. I don't know where to put this information. I don't know where to put this information. But I am very much liking the innate rune system, that's for sure. Could you update the description of the runes depending on which ones are equipped? Yes, well that's what I'm thinking of doing. So yeah, basically just combining all the runes, all the similar runes together, combining their effects into one line of text so you can read it. That's a good suggestion, Antwu. The problem is that I'm not guaranteed of this space because this bottom section can grow. So if I do, let's see, here, see how that grows? So I'm gonna run low on space as these rune slots continue to grow. But the other thing is that this won't be a black background here. It'll be a similarly dark background, but it's just black in the test screen. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Hello, Hat to Cal. Welcome. Good to see you again. I'm just thinking. Maybe I should... I mean, I could show it as a different tooltip somewhere else, like you were suggesting on Dwoo, but maybe just not put it at the bottom. Maybe I could just put it... Well, the problem is I'm running out of space, too. I could potentially do it as a separate tooltip box, maybe? Either underneath this tooltip box or... somewhere else? It's a good question. That's a good question. I mean, I could even just maybe add like a hoverable button here, like at the end, which is like a question mark or something. Yeah, UI is not my strong suit, as you may or may not be able to tell. Do you spend any money on your game? Yeah, I hire people to do the music, but that's about it. Oh, that's not true. I guess I have bought, I think I bought the fonts, some of the fonts that I'm using. What else? Yeah, I don't think I've spent any other money beyond that. I mean, there are like secondary expenses, like I pay monthly for my email newsletter service. What else? Yeah, but I mean, directly on the game, no, I'm not spending like any money directly on the game. The only thing I've bought is the music and some fonts, I think. All right, well, I'm kind of stuck when it comes to figuring this out. Maybe what I'll do is there's a couple things that I'm interested in too. On inventory slot, mouse entered, on gun part. Where's mouse entered here? Mouse entered, on gun part, button entered. Update part comparisons. Set comparison part. Update stats preview. I want to try something here real quick. If this is looking a little bit unperformant, so I want to just make sure that this is not being called multiple times at least. Okay, yeah, it's being called 4 times. Why is it being called 4 times? I guess I can look. So it's being called from on gun part button entered. And then it's being called an update part comparisons here. On gun part button exited. Oh, is it detecting the mouse exit at the same time? Okay, so it's only being called twice. Okay, so I guess I'll just need to find a way to make this a little bit more performant, I guess. Okay, anyway, that's a detour. I'm going to play the game a little bit and just see if a way of displaying that affix information in the UI kind of comes to me, but we'll see. Oops, I need to turn off debug mode for these things. Well, it's better not to spend a lot just in case. Yeah, I mean, I can't spend that much money. Anyway, I've got a very limited budget, so I couldn't even spend money if I wanted to. Or at least not much money. Die. This UI is so close. I'm so close to feeling it be finished. All right, let's see. Robust. I'm gonna take the dash. Yeah, that sounds cool. Ooh, 2 rune slots right off the bat, plus a DPS increase. Put the shock grenade on there. Another rune slot increase. Oh wait, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, shock and ricochet. Nice. There's a problem with the bullets here. 1 second. I think I can fix this pretty easily. Bullet component, so when it does handle travel death, travel death here, is travel dying equals true. So handle bullet collision. Terrain collision? Yeah. If ricochets remaining is less than or equal to 0, and not is travel dying. Oh, wait. Is travel dying? And what about is dying? Okay. Yeah, so the bug was that if it starts to die, if the bullet starts to die as a result of exceeding its travel distance, it was still ricocheting, but then it would die anyway because it starts a timer. So the solution that I'm going to go with is just to prevent. Where did that line go? How am I not? Hello? Okay, well, the solution is just, why is this not working? Here, is travel dying. Yeah, so if it has ricochets remaining, if it has no ricochets remaining, or it's dying from exceeding its travel distance, then it's just not going to ricochet. And I think that's going to be fine. Okay, little tiny bug to address there, but that's fine. All right, let's go back into the game. That slide is really nice. Hello, Toast B. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. How are you doing? That slide is nice. Ooh, got him with the grenade. Let's see what's up here. Def reload, nah. Whoa. Rubberized, increase health. Let's do increased health. That's a good DPS increase, but I lose a rune slot. That's a good DPS increase. Let's put that there. Fire rate increases as magazine depletes. I mean, that's still a good DPS increase as well. So I'll put that there. Ooh, yes. Okay. Oh, I think I still have a bug with my bosses, so I think that bosses are going to be glitched here. That's all right. Lots of bugs in this version. I'm in the middle of like a giant refactor, so that's expected, but we're fine. Honestly, I can basically almost be done with this refactor as soon as I figure out where to put all that rune information. Increase stamina or loot goblin. Let's do loot goblin. I love my little loot goblin. So I wonder if I could do something like, yeah, have like a little question mark tooltip or something that you can hover over. And it will tell you an overview of all your affixes and what they're doing. It's a very tricksy problem. Very, very tricksy problem. This is another good increase just across the board. I lose poison though. That's fine. I'm gonna have really... Yes. I've got 2 bone guns and they both... Well, one of them ricochets, which is nice. Ow. I got stuck on the pillar. Okay, alright. Going good. Increase stamina, blazing trails. Let's do increased stamina. Oh, actually, I probably should have taken blazing trails. Oh well. Spread goes down. And this also has knockback. Do I want knockback? That gets rid of my lightning. I lose a rune slot too. No, we'll leave it. Oh my gosh. I just ate that bullet directly. Do I have poison? I don't think I have poison. I don't have poison. So... heal 1 health after each wave, but lose the ability to collect health globes. Enemies that die from poison's damage over time. Oh, he really wants me to take poison, huh? Well, I guess I'll take bloated. And then I'll just keep my eye open for... Ooh, that's a good one. 92 DPS. I might as well. I don't have runes to fill those rune slots, so might as well just up that. Yeah, okay. That'll work. Oof. Thank you. Tag your it, rubberize. Ooh, that's a good one. I don't have oil though. Okay, I'll take the movement speed. Actually, I should have checked. I should have checked this first. Oh, another tag your it. Or quickness. Let's do quickness. That's a good one. Okay. That's a big DPS increase. Although, I should probably put that on this one. Wait, what did I get rid of? Unload. Bullet splits when colliding with enemy. Oh yeah, that's probably fine. Sweet. These are DPS decreases, but rune increases. I mean, I might... Let me think. Well, that's a huge DPS decrease on the left gun. Yeah, never mind, actually. Never mind. Need more gold. Need more gold to drop, just generally speaking. One thing at a time. One game-changing aspect at a time. Oh my gosh, I'm already dead. Almost. Okay. You probably don't want to get into the face of those spider centaurs because they will just blast you away. Thank you, Loot Goblin, for your healing. Oh my gosh. I'm losing it. Okay. Rubberized. Increased health. I probably need that. Okay, we got some runes now. Bullets ricochet 1 additional time. That's a good one. Honestly, I don't have any shock stuff, so maybe I'll put that there. Especially since I don't have ricochet anymore. That's a big increase to that gun. We'll drop that over there. This will add shock to my gun and give me a DPS increase. Capacity goes down, but that's probably fine. Bullet splits when colliding with enemy. That's a good one too. Okay, I'm gonna sell that. And actually I shouldn't have done that. I spelled that wrong, didn't I? I'm gonna leave that there and see if it gets auto-sold. It did. Alright, nice. I was just making sure that... So the way that it works is that if you have an amount of runes that exceeds your rune inventory capacity, those runes just get sold at the beginning of the wave. And the reason is because I think it's a little bit more interesting if the player can't just hoard every rune during the playthrough and then have like a smorgasbord to choose from. What I wanted is for the player to have to make careful choices about which runes they wanted to preserve going into future waves. So like what I did is I held on to, I think, Bullet Split, right? And just in case, just in case a rune slot opens up and I can use that, because I like Bullet Split. But I sold the other ones. I sold the ones that I didn't really particularly like, so. All right, full health, let's go. Thunderstorm. Okay, here now we're starting to get some lightning stuff. So let's do Thunderstorm. First bullet of a full magazine deals extra damage. Bullet Pierce. Okay. I might actually go ahead and put Bullet Pierce on that instead of the Ricochet. I already have Shock, so we'll get rid of those things. Cool. All right, perfect. That's a big DPS increase. Fire rate goes down. Capacity goes down. I can probably tolerate that, actually. Ooh, but Bullet Split. How does the Bullet Split affix work? Hold on a second. Oh, I know how it works. It creates new bullets. Okay. That's a big DPS increase, but I don't want to lose Bullet Split. So I think I'll just go ahead and leave what I've got. Yes. Only problem with the shock is that the bullets are just completely wild. Nice. Dude, your game feels and looks so polished. Thank you, Nikki Dev. I appreciate that. There's a lot of work to do still, but yeah. I'm glad that the work that I have put in is paying off. Okay, I guess we're doing lightning build. Let's take Zap here. And let's see what we got. Bullet Split. I don't need any more of those. I don't have any... I haven't had any extra rune slots in this one. Honestly, I might do this. Banana Barrel. Yeah, let's do Banana Barrel. And then I can put one of these on here. Let's do Ricochet. Yes. Look at it, Ricochet. And then I've still got Split. What else do I have? I need to put a tooltip on this screen too. Bleed, Bullet Split, Knockback, and Ricochet. I know. Oh, I forgot to check the heart sacrifice. Okay, so this is going to be bugged probably. Yeah, it's going to be bugged. So as soon as I kill that rat, it's going to be like wave complete. So this is something that I've got to fix still, but oh my gosh. What just happened? Okay. There's something wrong there. What just happened? Is this bullet split not working correctly? Did you see that? Oh, I wonder if... that might be a new bug. I can feel it without even playing the game. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. How do you manage your dev tasks? Can you show us how you manage? Yeah, I just have a Kanban board here. This is the Obsidian note-taking app with the Obsidian Kanban community plugin. And I just put all my tasks in here. It's a very loose task list. Like you'd see my in progress task lane here is like cluttered. I really need to stop adding things to this and just like get these things done. But you know, I get bored of working on something and I'm like, well, I'll just start this other thing too. And then I end up with a bunch of loose ends that I need to spend like hours tying up. But you know, it's, I kind of stay loosely managed in terms of just knowing what the most important things to work on are, but I allow myself a lot of leeway in terms of like which important item I work on and when. So I might have something in progress, but if it's taking a long time or it's just like I needed to put an extra 10% of effort to get it over the finish line and I just don't feel like expending that effort, what I'll do is I'll identify something else that's important and just start working on that because it's a fun change of pace, right? So it's not, I'm not like dogmatically adhering to it, but that is the sort of loose management that I'm using. So I think what might have happened here with this bullet split is that this is no longer working. Oh, right. The problem is that, so my gun stats here, I've got innate affixes. Right, so the problem, so that big explosion of, looks very professional, thank you. It's not very professional. The looks are deceiving. So I don't know who all saw that big explosion of lightning. Let me see if I can do it again. Spawn Rat King. Let's get him over here. Oops. He needs to be over here. So basically what was happening... yeah. So I think what's happening is that the way that the bullet split affix is supposed to work is... as soon as the bullet splits one time, it's supposed to not split ever again. So the splits don't split, right? And that was working until I introduced the concept of innate affixes. And what's happening now is that if the bullet split affix exists within the innate affix, then if the bullet split affix exists within the innate affix list, it's not being removed after the first split. And so I just end up with an exponential growth. So I was hitting the Rat King, it was splitting, then it was hitting the training dummy, and it was splitting again. And because the bullets of the lightning gun fly around wildly, they were like hitting the Rat King, then hitting the training dummy, and then circling back around and hitting things again. And so it was just like this exponential growth where after shooting like 4 bullets, it grew into like hundreds. And the reason is because I wasn't getting rid of that affix. So what I'm actually going to do is in my gun stats class here, I'm going to go ahead and public void remove affix of type affix type. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to say affixes is equal to affixes dot where, and my bullet split here, this, so equals affixes dot where affix type. Like so, but then I'm also going to do it for innate affixes. Okay, so now in my bullet split affix, what I can do is I can say stats.remove affix of type of bullet split affix, and that's going to remove it from both. Now, hopefully that doesn't become a problem later on. Yeah, I think that's fine. Let me just think about it for a second. Oh. I just noticed another problem with this too. Okay, there's a couple of problems with this bullet split affix. Okay, well, maybe I'll explain those really quick. But first, let me just test, well, So let's see, Zombie Tycoon. Yeah. So one problem. Yeah. Okay, let me just test and make sure that this is fixed now. So that I'm not, so that I'm not spawning endless numbers of bullets. You're a full-time game developer. I'm trying to be. I mean, yes, I don't have a job right now. So I'm working full-time on Gunforged. I'm not making a full-time salary from game development, but again, I'm trying to change that. So with Gunforged and some future ideas that I have. You're writing in C# instead of GDScript? I am, yes. I am indeed. What's your LinkedIn profile? I'm not going to share that. But if you want to go sleuthing, you're more than welcome. Honestly, this stream is pretty good to see how other dev thinks and I can learn from it. Yeah, I think a lot of people find enjoyment for that reason, but also it's just a good opportunity, good excuse to hang out, work on your own games. Hello, the money mover. Would you recommend me to start game dev knowing I'm currently 16 and have been a normal dev for a year now and just have a lot of time to develop? I mean, if you have plenty of free time and it's something that you're interested in doing, then you might as well start. I mean, there's no cost to doing so. You can get started absolutely for free and just see if you like it. So yeah, I'd recommend starting it. If it's something you have an interest in, you've got nothing to lose. There's no reason not to. Have you thought about writing tests to make sure you're not making breaking changes? I have, and I don't write tests because it takes way too much time. And I actually don't think that tests are all that useful if you're a solo dev. But yeah, I know some people like to write tests. I don't like tests at all. In a business setting, and like a business setting where you've got a team and a complex set of business requirements, then like tests can be very useful. But yeah, I'm not going to waste my time doing that for a solo project. I'll let the bugs manifest themselves as they manifest, and then I'll fix it. And at the end of the day, like, this is a game. It's not critical software. It's not like if something breaks, then somebody's going to get charged 100 times what they're supposed to be or not charged at all, right? It's like if the game is bugged, then it's just gonna... something weird will happen and that's it. So it's not that big of a deal, but there is a bug here. But however, I want to test and make sure I fix that bullet split thing. I nearly destroyed the world with a chain reaction. I did, yeah. It is a fun hobby, for sure. I like it a lot. Well, it's not a hobby for me anymore. It's a quasi-job. Are there any benefits in using C# instead of GDScript? Currently thinking of switching to C# so I can put my projects for my resume. No, the benefits are mostly just like personal. I mean, yeah, if you are looking for a way to add something to your resume, then yes, use C#. It's a perfect excuse for it. But personally, it's just I like the structure that it gives me. So being able to organize things, use interfaces and abstract classes and that sort of thing is it helps me keep my project organized in a way that's sensible. So that's why I chose it. How many hours do I code a day? Usually anywhere from 4 to 6. Anywhere from 4 to 6 usually. So well, I guess that's not really coding. Like, I would say I work on my game anywhere from 4 to 6 hours, but 2 of those hours could be doing art, you know? So it's not necessarily just coding, but development in general, I spend a good amount of time on. Okay, so I need, oh goodness. Can I add a gun part here? Hold on. Gun, parse input. Gun, lightning, left. Okay. Oh, wait. That's not going to help, is it? Well, actually, look at this. Boom, boom. Now I've got the bullet split. Okay. Oh, that's not going to help. I want a lightning magazine, so let's see. Add gold 1000. Let's re-roll until we find a crystal part. There we go. Okay, so now I've got the bullet splitting. Cool. Spawn. Rat King. So I want to make sure that this is not going to split multiple times now. I don't believe it's spawning multiple times, but I can't tell. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, yeah, it certainly is not spawning, splitting multiple times. Okay, so I fixed that. The other critical issue, though, here is that I'm making an assumption in the bullet split affix. And that assumption here is that I'm getting all of the nodes of type hurtbox component, assuming that the hurtbox component is going to be a direct child of the root node of the entity. Now, that is true in 99% of cases or 95% of cases, except for the skeleton snake, which has the hurt box component here as deeply nested children. So, and this is actually a problem because I may be doing this elsewhere in the code as well, which is going to break things. So get first node of type. Am I doing this anywhere else? Poison explosion passive. Yeah, that's another place where I'm doing it, but I'm doing this in a very sensible way where I'm just taking it from the global position of the entity. Get first node of type hurt box component. I wonder, let me think. Maybe I should just restructure how the snake is working. Maybe I should just make sure that the hurt box component is at the root level of everything. And then maybe I should just use remote transform 2Ds for the individual hurt box shapes. Where else am I using this? Hurt box component. Yeah, all the rest of the places where I'm searching for a hurt box component are being handled properly. Get closest entity to position. Right, okay. Get first node of type. Okay. I'm looking at that. That's not very efficient, but I guess that's fine. I'm not doing a lot of things very efficiently. I tend to just do things the naive way until I feel like changing it or until it presents a problem. So the problem here with this bullet split specifically is that it's supposed to ignore the entity that it split on, but that's not going to work for a variety of reasons. And so one reason is that the hurt box components in the snake are deeply nested. And the other problem is that this is just, I guess this does work with basically the hurt box component shouldn't be used multiple times in an entity because the game's not just built to handle that. So I need to fix that, but I'm not going to fix it right now because I have other stuff to do, but I am going to add a to-do list. Bullet split does not work with snake because of deeply nested hurt box components. Make singular hurt box component with remote transform 2D collision shapes for snake. We'll mark that as a bug. Let's go ahead and slap that up there. Okay, so I'll handle that later. I need to handle this bug too. Anyway, back to the UI. Enough of that. Also, let's do here. Okay. Bullet component. We're going to add these things. Going to add these things. Add lock for innate affixes. Commit those as one thing, and then this is just like random fixes. Actually, that's a good point. I do want to test one other thing, which is the ricochet. I want to make sure that when the travel death of the bullet starts, that the ricochet does not happen. Oops, why did I spawn the Rat King? I'm telling you, I'm out of it this morning. I don't know if I didn't sleep well or what. I should not have spawned a Rat King. What am I doing? Okay. Increased health, that's fine. Yada, yada, yada. Okay. Add rune ricochet. Put that on there. Okay, yeah, so you can see it's not ricocheting because it's starting its travel death first. So the travel death again being it, the travel death being that it exceeds its range and so it starts to die. But if I go closer, now I got the ricochet. So that works just fine. Okay, good to know. All right, back to the UI now. All right, let's see. Let's catch up on the chat. What are some of the apps you use? What are your workflow and your day-to-day? I actually made a video on this called The Tools That I Make for Game Development. It's on my channel, so if you're, or the tools that I use for game development, it's on my channel, so if you're interested, you can watch that. I go through everything that I use, and I also go through the other stuff like the equipment and the software that I use for making videos and streaming. So I cover a lot of that kind of, some hardware elements as well. Is Godot good for FPS games or only for smaller pixelated indie games? Godot 3D is a little bit underbaked. I think that's the general community consensus. That said, there are people like the dev for Road to Vostok, who is making a fully fledged, like photorealistic 3D first-person shooter in the engine. And there are definitely like first-person shooter type games. Maybe not like high fidelity games, but very stylized first-person shooter games that are made. So I would say that Godot is capable of doing those things for sure. But, you know, it's the combination of the lack of resources for Godot 3D, the fact that Godot 3D has some rough edges. You may be better off going with something more established like Unity or Unreal for that, but it is certainly doable. Let's see. The app I'm using for task management is called Obsidian note-taking app. Okay. I don't think there's anything else. I'm glad that you guys are chatting in the chat box. That's great. But I'll just respond to the things that are addressed to me specifically. But you guys are welcome to continue chatting. Anyway, so let's see. UI, right? Where am I? What am I doing with this UI here? So I need to find. Maybe I'll just get something working. Maybe that's what I need to do. Maybe I just need to get something working in terms of showing the combined runes, and then I'll figure it out from there. Okay. Easier said than done, though. Where do I want to put? So I'm thinking I'll hover over something on one of these gun ingots here. These assembled gun ingots. I'll hover over something and then it will show me a tooltip that shows the combined runes. I really do think that it would be nice to... Okay, let me go to my assembled gun ingot. Assembled gun stats in here. Ugh. Are you serious? Inventory grid. Oh, excuse me. What is going on? Okay, I'm just gonna do this. Close all. Yeah, I think some kind of hoverable, but I don't know how that's gonna work with this. Inventory grid. Yeah, I'm just exposing the inventory grid here. Let me think. Yeah, maybe I don't. I was thinking about making it a slot. I should do, let's see. Yeah, never mind. I was thinking about making it like a little slot at the end of the rune list that you can hover over, but maybe that's not good. I wonder if I maybe put a button over here to the left of the gun or something, or to the right of the gun, or if I can make the gun itself hoverable. Maybe just like a general overview. That might actually work. Okay, let me try something. Okay, let's create a little bubble. Like so. Sprite canvas size. Let's just go ahead and up this a little bit, so I can do an outline. Kind of an odd shape, but that's all right. Give that an outline there. I'm going to give it just a little bit of a shadow here. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay. Actually, let's do that. Okay, and then let's see if I can not embarrass myself by making a question mark while I'm already failing. That doesn't look terrible, I suppose. That doesn't look terrible. Well, yeah, we'll just see how that we'll see how that works first. All right, I'm gonna save this as gun overview. Gun overview icon, I guess. Okay, I go to my assembled gun ingot now. I've got this assembled gun drop area, which is interesting. Let's see. Can I safely add the assembled gun drop area? Let's see. Assembled gun ingot. VBox container, assembled gun drop area. I wonder if I could just do this. I'm just going to throw something together real quick. And we're going to see if it works. Maybe I'll actually put it here. Yes. Okay, so layout, container sizing, shrink begin, shrink begin. That's not quite what I want it to be, so I think what I'll do is if I just add another control here, put the text direct as a child of that control. Again, I'm going to need to change this container sizing to shrink begin. I'm actually going to do, yeah, shrink begin and shrink end. There we go. And then this text direct, I can move freely. Okay. Well, that looks a little bit awkward, but the whole point is to get this hoverable. So I'll go ahead and add this, make this hoverable. Change this to ignore mouse filter. Yeah. Okay, let me just see if this looks reasonable here. And then if I hover over it, having some kind of a indicator, I think that'd probably be, like I said, this is going to be subject to change, so I'm not entirely in love with this, but I just want to get something working here. Now the question is, where is the tooltip going to go? Might have to do like a canvas layer or something for the tooltip. I don't know. Anyway, let's write the logic to get the text going. So what did I call that? I called that the overview texture rect. So let's go ahead and grab that. Node private texture rect. Overview texture rect. Mouse entered plus equals on overview mouse entered. Overview texture rect dot mouse exited plus equals on overview mouse exited. So we'll go ahead and write both of those. And then we'll go ahead and get that logic working, which should be relatively easy, but we will see. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just take a quick 2-minute break. But when I come back, we're going to get this text showing up with the combined rune information. So when I hover over this, I'm going to basically take all of the runes that are the same. So all the poison runes, lump them together, all of the fire runes, lump them together, and combine them into one line of description. So if you have 3 poison runes, it will say adds 3 poison stacks, right? So that's the whole point of this little informational bubble thing here. Like I said, it's probably not going to change, but the important thing is to get the logic working so that it can be displayed properly. So I'm going to do a quick 2-minute break before I get started on that. And while I'm on the break, please check out the links in the description below. Those are all the ways that you can support me. Everything is there. I've got Udemy courses available for sale that will teach you how to build a complete game in the Godot engine. So purchasing that is a great way to support me, as well as kickstart your Godot learning. So please check those out again, and I'll be right back in just a couple minutes, and we'll continue working on this UI. Okay, I'm back. I have to say, well, hello, cat. I have to say I'm feeling a little bit groggy, and I don't know why. But, yeah, anyway, we're gonna power through it because Gunforged needs to get done. What are you doing, cat? Come on. Okay. Bye. Bye. Alright, so getting this hovering working, so this should be relatively easy. So on mouse entered, this is where we're going to generate all the text. And I already have the stuff that I need, basically, so this. So we're going to grab the player gun manager. We'll just do some defensive programming there. So gun manager, player gun manager. Now what I can do is... No, this is going to be the gun... player gun model manager. Right. So player gun model manager, is there a way that I can get the affixes here? Actually, I wonder if I should do... Maybe I should do get... something like public void get grouped affixes. It's not going to be a void return type, but I just need to think about this for a second here. Gun slot. Get grouped affixes. So what I want to do is I want to go through the inventory affixes. Or I guess I'll just go through the flattened. Do I have the flattened inventory? Or no? I've got innate affixes and affixes. Okay. So I need to join those together. So let's see. Equals innate affixes. Inventory is equal to gun affix inventories slot. Okay, joined affixes is equal to inventory.innate affixes. And then inventory.affixes.where. Can I not do where here? I'm not allowed to do link stuff here. Oh, that's interesting. Why can I not do a link operation from those things? Okay. I don't want a union concat. Yeah, so let's do this. Var joined affixes is equal to dot concat with inventory.affixes dot where x is not equal to null, and x should be a type of gun part affix. Yep. Okay. So now I need to do var count by type is going to be equal to joined affixes dot distinct by, returns distinct elements from a sequence according to specified key selector function. Select or to dictionary maybe. No, because I think I want to preserve the order. So yeah, I mean, I do need a dictionary though, so okay, so let's go ahead and just do to dictionary. I forgot how this to dictionary works, actually. Dictionary. I've used it some other place. Cast upgrade item to dictionary. X upgrade ID. That contains keys and values. The values within each... Okay. From an IEnumerable out T according to a specified key selector function. I don't know what that means. Okay, I'm just going to do this in a traditional way instead of trying to be fancy with the link. Okay. Count by type dot try get value. Affix dot get type. Out var count. Count plus plus. Count by type. Affix dot get type is equal to count. So there's my count by type, and then I can do return. And I'm going to do joined affixes. Because again, I want to retain the ordering. So we're going to do distinct by x dot get type, and then dot select x, and then I want to do a tuple here. Can I do a tuple? Can I just do x dot get type and then the count by type x dot get type? Okay, that's going to return tuple list. What is this? INumerable type int. So I'll just make this an array. Return to array. Oh, is it going to want me to use the spread operator? I like the spread operator. I think it's nice. All right, I'm pretty sure that's going to work. So basically I'm saying get all of the things, get all the affixes that are of the same type and count them up. And, ooh, that's not going to work. I think I need this to be a gun part affix. Yeah, maybe I should do that. I think I'm only ever creating one instance of the gun part affix in my affix registry. Yeah, it's instantiating that and adding. So there's only ever one instance of each of the affix types. So this actually is going to be safe because these references are going to be equal. So I can actually just do this. Affix, affix, x. So I actually don't need... Well, yeah, I do need to do distinct by, except I don't need that, do I? Oh, I do, okay. Then x here and here. Okay. So now I've got a list of tuples that have the affix by the int. And now the cool thing is I can just go and construct the text from that. What are you doing, cat? Oh. The cat wants to come up. Hello, Suhid. Welcome back. What are you doing, cat? What are you doing? Anyway, 1 second here. Okay. So now in my assembled gun ingot, what I can do here is I can say .get grouped affixes, and I have the gun slot here, like so. So var grouped affixes, and I'm just going to do this. I'm going to say so I want to create a list of strings. So var strings, or yeah. Var strings equals group affix dot select x dot. Actually, can I do this? Oh wait, do I do this and then can I destructure it like this? What? It won't let me destructure a tuple in here? We're not quite JavaScript yet. That's okay. I'll just do x.item1.getDescription, x.item2. So this getDescription function in here on the affix it takes the number of occurrences and then it can return a string with that number of occurrences accounted for. So I've got the strings there, and then I can do gd.print string.join. I'm doing a char separator. So we'll do a new line separator and then strings. All right, with all that done, let's see if we get a proper result. Alrighty, so now if I bring up the output here. Oh, look at that, I already accidentally did it. So here we go. Adds 3 poison stacks to enemies on hit up to 10. So you see how it combined the 3 there from these individual ones, and every time I hover over it, boom, boom, boom. And then this one, that one's not correct. That is not correct. Why is that not working? Go ahead and debug it real quick. This is very interesting. Gun slot should be the right gun slot. So if I do this, gun slot is left. Did I misconfigure something? Oh. Why do I have that there? Must have been an artifact from when I was refactoring. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. This needs to be uppercase gun slot. Okay. Luckily, I was not making that mistake anywhere else. I mean, it would have manifested by now, but that was just a variable that was fixed to the left gun slot instead of using the export variable that allows me to configure it through the editor. So now if I do this one, boom, 15% chance to deal double damage. So that's all been converted to a single stat, even though each of these are individually 5%. They've been multiplied together into a single line of description. So that's working, and I can even do this. And I could add the bullet pierce and the magma. And then if I go ahead and hover over it again, you can see that we get this. Fire rate increases as magazine depletes. Wait. Yeah, so starting here. So basically these lines are all the lines that were generated for that latest one. Adds 2 poison stacks, which is correct. Fire rate increases as magazine depletes, that's correct. Bullets pierce through 1 additional enemy, that's correct. And magma, 5% chance to launch magma that deals 75% weapon DPS when hitting burning targets. So now the thing is, I need to make a tooltip. Now that's going to be a little bit tricky, I think. But it's going to be doable. It's going to be doable. I have to get these tooltips in order. But copy this. I'm just going to put this in a canvas layer here. And the reason I'm using a canvas layer is because that kind of breaks the... I guess I don't have to use a canvas layer because this is already going to be a child of a canvas layer. So I might as well just use a node. Oh, no, wait. I want to use a canvas layer so I can control the draw order so that it can render over everything. And I honestly don't know what layer I should be using. So this is going to be a child of a canvas layer that has a layer of 11. So I wonder if I should just make this 12 so that it renders above everything else. And then underneath here, whoops, go away, please, thank you. Okay, that doesn't work. Okay, that doesn't work. All right, I'll just recreate it myself. It's a panel container, yeah. Add child node, panel container. This is going to be my tooltip. Access as unique name. Type variation, gun panel container. All right, and then I'm going to copy this. Paste it there. Info, title label. I actually don't need this to be unique. I'm just going to rename this to title label. This is going to be combined runes, or maybe call it rune overview. I might also add the gun parts in here too, just to say, you know, here's what all the gun parts are, but we'll see. Layout, custom minimum size. I probably want this to be even bigger. There we go. We'll see how this looks. So grab references to those things, description label. Okay, so now in here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say tooltip.visible is equal to true. Maybe I'll do that at the end. Description label.text is equal to string.join that. Perfect. And then here, whoops, tooltip.visible is equal to false. And then on ready, just to be safe, I'm going to do tooltip.visible equals false. All right, let's see how that looks. Can you show what Obsidian extension you're using so I can get mine to yours compound board? It's the Obsidian, it's the Kanban community plugin. So you just go to the community plugins, you can just search Kanban and it will be there. That's Kanban. Okay, boom. Adds 3 poison stacks to enemies on hit up to 10. Perfect. If I put this here, boom. Bullets pierce through 1 additional enemy, adds 2 poison stacks to enemies on hit up to 10. And bullets deal up to 100% extra damage and low on ammo. I wonder if I should do like a little bullet point. Can I easily do that? I wonder if I should just do like something like this. Just do a little bit of string interpolation there. I don't know what it's called in C#, but I think that's what it's called in JavaScript, string interpolation. Okay, let's take a look at what this is. It's a little bit janky. I might have to come up with a better display for that, but it doesn't look terrible, I suppose. No, the board tags are not going to work like yours or like mine because you have to go into the settings and you have to change the colors of the tags. And I also added some custom CSS to increase the padding of the tags a little bit. I would encourage you to look into that, but there's like settings in the settings menu for the Kanban plugin where you can assign colors to certain tags, but to get them to be thicker like mine, you have to do some CSS, but I'm not going to go into all that. There's a bunch of guides on how to configure Obsidian and to apply your own styles, so I would encourage you to look into that as well. Obsidian is very configurable. All right, that's looking pretty good. Now I think I want to change it so that the tooltip actually follows the mouse. Cool. So that's more or less what I wanted. Again, I'm not really entirely convinced of this presentation here. It still looks a little bit odd, but this is something I'm just going to have to work on. Yeah, let's get this tooltip now to follow. I already have this somewhere. Where do I have it? I think in the meta upgrade tree. No. Upgrade tree screen. Process method here. I'm just going to go ahead and grab that. My assembled gun ingot. Let's do this. Set process to false. We don't need it to be processing if it's not available. This is going to be tooltip.get global mouse position. Tooltip, 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 tooltip. Okay, and then I'm going to do set process to true down here. Process true. Process false. Okay. So now this is going to follow my mouse, but then also be bounded by the window. And I think that should work for... Does it work for the vertical direction as well? Yeah, it should. So let's see. I'm actually just going to test this out. Just join it a bunch of times. I just want to see what happens if it goes very long. Make sure that it's going to display properly. Oh, that didn't quite work, did it? That didn't quite work, did it? Actually, I can simplify this, I think. Well, it's a very janky way of doing it, but let's see what happens. Ooh. Ooh. That didn't quite work the way that I wanted it to, but the good news is that the tooltip is not exceeding the window. Now, one thing I need to do, I think, the reason that's being so janky is I just need to make this mouse ignore. So let's see, mouse ignore. Okay. Obviously that text is wrong, but it doesn't matter because I'm just going to remove this now. Get that back to normal. Yeah, and maybe I should just move this down to the runes here. That'd probably be a little bit better, I think. Yeah, I might do that. I don't know. I got to think about this UI a little bit more before I start making changes to it. But the important thing is that it's working. It's combining the rune descriptions, which is great. So combine rune descriptions. in some mold gun ingot. And I'm actually curious to see, that should work in the player stats screen as well. So if I run this and I bring up my player stats screen, my player inventory, oh, it doesn't work. Why doesn't that work? Do I have an error? Oh. Player stats UI. This gradient, the mouse should be ignore. Oh, ignore. Mouse, ignore. I don't think that's going to change anything, but, you know, we'll see. Yeah, I don't know why that's not working there. Oh, maybe it's, did I actually, well, no, I changed this here. Right and left. Oh no, I'm in the wrong screen. Yeah, this is working. Yeah, there must be something interfering with my ability to select this thing. That's interesting. I don't see anything that should be preventing that from happening. Maybe it is accepting, it's just not showing the... It might not just be showing the tooltip for some reason. Let me think about this. If I'd go ahead and just do gd.print yup in here, is that going to work? It might just be that the tooltip is for some reason rendering off the screen where I can't see it. But I don't think so. I think it's probably just not detecting the mouse. Oh, it is detecting. Okay. Yeah, so it's detecting the mouse. It's just not showing the tooltip for some reason. Maybe it's a layer issue. Layer 11, layer 12. Oh, layer 12. So maybe I need to make this layer 13. I don't know. Maybe that was it. There we go. Gotta get those layers in order. Okay, that's looking good. Sweet. All right, well, I'm gonna end the stream there. But thank you all so much for joining me on this Sunday morning chill dev stream. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had some fun hanging out. I certainly did. So once again, if you would like to support my work, please check out the links in the description below. Gunforged is currently my full-time job, and it will be out within a couple months. So you can go to the Steam page, which is linked below. You can wishlist it. You can try the demo and let me know what you think. But otherwise, liking this video, subscribing to the channel, those are all great ways to help me out as I try to make it as an indie game developer. So thank you so much for watching again, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day. I will see you in the next stream.